So, welcome here on this beautiful Saturday, guys. Usually, as you know, I'm not streaming on Saturdays, but I thought, I had a little bit of time and I thought you always want to have some content out there, even on a Saturday. So, here we are, and we want to talk about some very interesting things, okay? Especially, we want to talk about what is important for next week, and also, I want to emphasize even more and more clear buying the dip and how important this is. And I did some research and found some nice graphics that also support it, because I know how hard it is really to buy the dip, to stay confident if your stock is dropping and dropping dramatically sometimes, right? We have seen that recently and over the last couple of years and months with Tesla, for example, right? We are seeing it currently with Virgin Galactic, and I want you to be very, very informed why I'm saying buying the dip, okay? It has something to do with statistic, with emotions, and so on. So this is the main topic today. And I want to know where you are watching from on this Saturday. I'm streaming here from Germany. As you can see, I went already a little bit outdoor, got some color because we having really record days. That's why I need my water here, because it's so hot currently in Germany. And I believe that you need to stay hydrated, right? So I jumped on this live stream for you guys to make sure that you are covered. For me, if you want, guys, make sure to make three things. First of all, smash that strawberry like button, okay? Smash it as it would be no tomorrow. Then make sure to follow me on Instagram, because there I'm also posting some behind the scenes, my quick news or whatsoever. Make sure to really follow me there. Wolf of Dubai Danny, very easy to understand and to remember, but just do it right now to make sure you don't forget that. And make sure also to smash that subscribe button on my second channel, Wolf of Dubai 2. And so many people ask me, first of all, what kind of content you will deliver there. Well, I would start with the content when I will be back in October in Dubai. And as you know, I'm always looking for new shows, new series. So I will try a couple of new things. Obviously, more live streams. We will have much more content in video format. So many interesting things. So don't miss it. Subscribe now and ring the freaking bell, okay? So this is very important. Let's jump into the agenda for today. So today's agenda for this stream is obviously welcoming our brand new members. And if you're still wondering, what the hell is this membership? And I tell you, this is the greatest value that you can get of any stock investing YouTuber out there. I have a fantastic track record. Just look through my old videos. My last big tip was 10 times your money. So if you're pressing the join button below all my videos, then you will see what you can and how you can get member. You can get access to our Discord, you can have one-on-one with me, so very, very valuable, and you can support this channel obviously. Then we will talk about some weekend news. There is a very, very big investor making some big money movement. I will just give you the number right now, $5 billion of investment. So this is very interesting. Then we will dive into the buying the dips and how you can do it and why it's important. And then we will look into the next week, what is important and what earnings are interesting. So this is the agenda for this live stream. And let me have a look into the comments already. So we have our member Aldoni Lopez, good morning, from Virginia. Then we will have many people here from New York, Hong Kong. It must be already, I think, evening in Hong Kong. Then we have Romania, Bucharest. We have New York City. I love New York City, guys. I seeing here Thailand is also there. We have UK here. We have Singapore here. So many out there from the US as well. This is absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And let's welcome our brand new members into the Wolfpack, guys. Okay, so we have Just Cooler, who is supporting the channel with a Wolfpack membership gold. The same with Radu Michael Vraccio. Okay, I hope I spelled it correctly. The next name, I cannot spell it. I don't know if someone know how to spell that user, then please let me know in the comments. He upgraded to the Real Wolf Platinum, which is also the access to the Discord. Then we have James Pinkerton, who is having now one-on-one with me, and then we have Stephen Fu. So if you're interested, just press the join button below all my videos or the link into the description to the membership. And let's talk about one of the biggest investors, okay? If you are thinking about the biggest investors ever, then obviously Warren Buffett is on your list, and he is just buying back some Berkshire Hathaway stock, okay? And what does it mean? First of all, he has a lot of cash on hand because, you know, he don't invested that heavily over the last years, which I think was not that smart because he lost a lot of gains, right? That he didn't took with his cash money. And then secondly, if he buys back Berkshire stock, this means that Berkshire Hathaway stock will go up, you know, just because there's more purchasing power on the market. And this means that he couldn't find any other good opportunity. I think there was one interview or one video with him where they asked, you know, when you purchase Berkshire Hathaway stock, and he said, you know, I always purchase stock on a very first principles, right? If there is not good, or sorry, if there's undervalued assets, I just keep on buying them and holding them as long as possible. So as you can see, he couldn't find anything better than his own share. And even though in the current situation with you know, the whole health crisis and the stock market crash, there was the negative vibes about stock buybacks, but this is something different. Okay, this is companies that not having enough cash because they put everything back into the stock purchase. But Warren Buffett has a lot of cash, you know, so there shouldn't be any negativity about that. And it's important for you to understand why he's doing it. So he's seeing value in Berkshire Hathaway rather than anything else on the market currently. So this is quite interesting. I still believe that, you know, he changed a little bit over his investment career. He started with growth stocks, right, with these innovators. He saw like Coca-Cola and other airlines when it was still the early days, guys, okay? And you know, he holded it for a very long time. That's maybe, let's say, comparable how we saw Tesla very early, right? And just holding it or holded it. I believe that this is a very strong strategy, though with the time he obviously couldn't stay on the top of his level of finding the next growth stock. He, for example, went too late into Apple, which he always said, right? He said, you know, I wish I would have invested earlier than Apple, but, you know, it didn't strike him that much as a great investment. And, you know, but now his 43% of his whole portfolio is in Apple now. So you see how he loves Apple as of this moment. And it's a fantastic stock, right? And he's always also looking into things that returns nicely to shareholders, like dividends, right? Share buybacks. This is important for him as well. And you have to also remember this guys, at this level, at this size of investor, he get pretty decent and very sweet deals, guys, okay? So the CEOs come over with private jets to Omaha and meet him to make special deals. They will say, hey, Warren Buffett, we need, you know, $2 billion for our next project, for our next finance round, for our company, or to expand, to scale the business. What do you think that, you know, we gave you a special deal on the stocks, you know, maybe with 10-20% off market value discount, and he will provide us with the 2 billion. This is really happening behind the scenes, guys. Never forget that this big investors has totally different, you know, tools to invest and connections rather than us retail investors that, you know, trying to make a buck here and there. But we will get there, guys. Just stay tuned, keep on thumb up this live stream and follow me on Instagram, and we will be there very soon together. And let's have a look into buying the dip. Now, first of all, I want to understand, or for you to understand, why I'm trying to communicate this. First of all, I made mistakes in the past, and I'm also a human being, so obviously I have emotions, right? But in investing, you need to try to contain your emotions as much as possible, guys. Okay, you just can't be scared, you just can't be too greedy, you just can't be too happy, you just can't be too in love in a stock or whatsoever. You know the sayings, but it's really true. You have to be as neutral as possible. Just keep on buying, keep on holding, keep on buying, keep on holding. If there's a dip and you have cash on the side, buy the dip, guys. Okay, and now I will show you that it's not only sound smart, okay, but it's actually smart because it worked in the past. For the last couple of years, the stock market as a whole will go up, okay, there's no question about that. Just because of inflation, because of innovation, because of humans just getting more and more, companies getting better, new companies will, at some point, quite surely, if those big fang stocks not innovate, there will be new companies that will be the biggest companies in the world. So it's always like a roller coaster that doesn't stop, and you should really dip always on the lower part or when it's going down, because who doesn't want to have your favorite stock, if it's Tesla, if it's Virgin Galactic, if it's Beyond Meat, on discount, right? I mean, who would like to buy Virgin Galactic at 30 rather than now at 18, hopefully 16, hopefully 14, hopefully 10, hopefully 7? Okay, I think you could all agree. Now, but let's back this up with some statistics here. So here you have a nice graphic with my research that, and when I'm doing research, I'm investing hours and hours in watching through a lot of data and graphics, and just give you the very, very best, so you save a lot of time. And I try to explain it as simple as possible, because I think it's super, super important, guys, to really understand, and not, somebody gives you 1,000 of numbers and end of the video, you will say, what the hell he wanted to tell me, right? So this is very important, guys. Therefore, have a look in this two charts. So one chart is, if the yellow one is when you bought when the prior week was up, okay? So you saw the stock is going up and you start to buying, right? The other blue chart is actually when the stock market was down and you was buying the dip, right? Then you had an 4 times, okay, almost 4 times better result with 800 percentage gain rather than just 200%. This is very important, guys, that you buying the dip, otherwise you will lose long run very, very much money. And as you can see, the blue chart really exploded after the crisis, right? So we are somewhere at this region where we will see huge gains, and if you don't buy the dips, guys, you will lose so much money. So make sure, and this is not only, I'm telling you this in all the videos, I'm telling you this in all the live streams, but I always teaching this, or always try to, discuss this with my members also in, the membership. So if you want to join, the Discord is for a very, very small monthly payments. So check it out. I think it's like $10 per month, and you can get access to a super nice like-minded group. So if you want to know and access this group, make sure to smash that join button, okay? And then another graphic, that's not the end obviously, but this two graphics was the most significant. Here you can also see how actually it developed. So let's say we had a very bad day, okay, a day where the stock market went down 5 or 10%, like a really, a correction, a big correction. And then what happened if you then bought, as you can see over the last couple of decades, The gray is actually the return after 12 months of this dip. So as you can see, it dipped maybe up to 10%, but in the next 12 months after this dip, we even gained up to 50% in November 2008. So as you can see, buying the dip can be very, or will be in most cases, the very most important thing, that this is absolutely very important. Okay, and I believe that this is also how Warren Buffett got so rich. It's also the thinking and doing of very strong political countries, right? Like think about China, where the government can stay for very long term. They can also plan very long term, and you saw how crazy the growth was of China, for example. So long term, and buying the short term crazy dips, even when it doesn't feel good, you see that and you see how you lose money, and you would be an artificial intelligence if you would not think, oh, this is not nice, but you have to switch this off and say, this might not be not nice now, but you will be very happy in a couple of months. Okay, so this is very important to understand and to write it down in your bedroom, in your living room. Okay, buy the dip. I'm not getting afraid when the stock is going down. If the stock, don't change fundamentally, if you don't have, like a high debt company, if the product is innovative, if the team is fantastic, if the market barrier entries is high, if the growth of the company is insane, then if those fundamentally doesn't change, then you can buy crazy dips, guys. And I will tell you one story about Peter Lynch. He's one of the let me show you a picture of him. He is one of the most successful hedge fund manager. He made with his fund apparently about 30% gain every year for decades, and this was absolutely insane. And he turned, here you can see, 20 million in his fund to $14 billion in 13 years, guys. Okay, so this guy know a thing of two, and he actually said something very important. He actually said, he was investing in Taco Bell. And Taco Bell, this crazy Mexican growth fast food restaurant, and the stock went from $18 to $1, guys. Okay, and this was absolutely insane. If you would lose your mind if your stock going from 18 to $1, guys. Okay, and there was nothing wrong. There was a bad market. People didn't understood the potential of Taco Bell. And then when actually Peter Lynch sold the stock, he actually he didn't had a chance to hold it even longer, because it was bought afterwards. He held it for several years. It was sold for $40 per share to Pepsi, guys. Okay, imagine 40 times the money, but only if you kept on buying and put your average down. So this is very important, a successful story. I hope the stories will help you to understand and not be worried at all if Virgin Galactic goes from 26 to 10, or other stocks. Tesla goes from 1500 to 700. I would buy very much of this both stocks when it goes further down. I would be very happy. So let's see if this can happen. Let's talk about the next week. Okay, the next week, the Trump tweeted that he will do some executive action if there's no deal about the stimulus, guys. This will be very important because the politics in the US seems to work on the details of the stimulus. End of July was the last time that the people got money from the government when there was unemployed. So now it's very critical to find another deal. So otherwise, people will be without checks at the end of this month. So this will be very important. Also for the stock market to stay afloat on those levels, and always when this deal got struck, it's a security for a couple of months hopefully. So one uncertainty will be removed from the market, which will be bullish definitely. And then obviously we still have earnings, and there is some two earnings that some of you might quite are interested. One for once, NIO, right? NIO, the Chinese version of Tesla. And then another vehicle play here with Workhorse will also have those numbers. Walmart, traditionally towards the end of the earnings season will also show us those numbers. So this will be the some of the more interesting for this community, the earnings. So I guess that this will be for some of you interested. So what we learned today, definitely, we get some news, what's going on. We know that Warren Buffett likes his own stock. We know why we should buy the dip, and we know we should smash the like button on this live stream. This is highly appreciated. Follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe my second channel if you haven't done it yet. Let me just quickly dive into some questions if we have some. So anyone holding Teladoc? I don't own Teladoc, but I heard they are doing their merger, so will be a very interesting, innovative health merger. Then we have Peter Ado Nilopez says, yes, Peter Lynch, please read his great books. Yes, absolutely, guys. He has some of the best books out there, guys. Okay, go and order it now. Download it on your Kindle. It's very, very important to read those books. They are such a great, fantastic wisdom, for such a small amount of money. Go and buy his books, guys. And what else? What I think about the 7% Abu Dhabi stake in Virgin Galactic. This obviously is very, very bullish, guys. I discussed this or mentioned this in my Discord. I believe, those are one of the smartest investment guys out there, especially, holding the biggest sovereign fund in the whole world with, or the top biggest funds worldwide. They are very smart, and they will not invest if they don't think there's huge potential into this company. So very, very bullish in my personal opinion for Virgin Galactic. What else we have? Let me have a look. I had a few 100% losers in OTC. Yeah, OTC obviously, over the counter stocks are very, very young companies, and sometimes, a little bit of sketchy. So I'm not I'm not trading OTCs at all. I think I'm not able to, from Dubai or Germany, to buy something there. So this will be definitely nothing for me, and I don't recommend to trade anything there. Over the counter or OTC stocks can be very volatile, What else do we have? We have people from Israel here. We have people from Dubai as well. What else do we have? Washington, Italy as well, Taiwan, California, Catalonia, so many international people, Brazil as well, okay, and Hong Kong. All right, so I think that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you had a fantastic day, happy weekend, and stay tuned. In just a couple of hours, I think like 3-4 hours, I will post my daily vlog, a very interesting topic on the $100,000 Virgin Galactic ticket. So make sure to smash that those buttons here. As you remember, thumb up, subscribe, or follow me on Instagram, and subscribe my second channel. Stay safe and stay healthy. Stay hydrated, guys. All right, that's very important too. And I see you in just a couple of hours. Thank you very much and have a nice day.